Hey everybody, welcome back to COVID Cooking, episode number 4 with Batch Bowling. Today we're going to make a cheater's dessert. And when I say cheaters, what I mean by that is really, you're just going to use some pudding, some Nilla wafers, 2 cups of sugar, 5 eggs, 2 very ripe bananas, a mixing bowl, and then 3 cups of milk. And with that, we're going to turn it into a fancy dessert that all your friends will love. So Mother's Day was this past weekend, and we'd like to thank all you mothers out there. We'd also like to thank all the fathers out there, because without the fathers, they wouldn't be mothers. So thank everybody. Let's hear from our first sponsor. Our first sponsor today is Spanx, because Mommy doesn't want to give up eating ice cream. All right, let's combine some of these ingredients. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take 1 box. This is instant pudding, 5.1 ounces, and this is banana cream pudding, all right? And what we're going to end up doing is making the banana cream pudding. I'm going to make a homemade meringue, and we're going to place it into a pan and layer it with vanilla wafers. So you'll have a layer of banana cream, a layer of meringue. We call it rompope. Then you'll have vanilla wafers, and you'll keep stacking that until you have your dessert. All right? All right, you're going to take your banana cream pudding, or any pudding that you decide to use. I like banana cream. And you're just going to follow the instructions on it. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 cups of cold milk. You're going to beat the pudding and the milk and whisk for 2 minutes until it's soft. It sits in about 5 or 6 minutes. So it's just as simple as this. Open up the package, take out the pudding mix, empty it into a bowl, put that into the box. Don't throw away the box just yet. You may need to reference back to the instructions. All right, we're going to slowly add our cold milk and start whisking at the same time. Now we're not using a beater, we're not using a KitchenAid for this. This is very simple. Cold milk will have it set up in about 2 minutes. All right, we'll let that set up in the fridge for about 5 minutes, and we'll come back. So while our pudding is setting up in the refrigerator for the next 5 minutes, let's hear from another one of our sponsors, Oliver Wine, because nobody needs to get drunk for over $8. All right, the next thing that we're going to make is our rompope, or meringue. So you're going to need a KitchenAid mixer, the bowl that comes with it. You want to use the whisk attachment. You'll need 5 eggs, and we're only going to use the egg whites, and 2 cups of sugar. Separating the egg whites is pretty easy. Just take the egg, try and crack it somewhere in the center, break open the egg somewhere in the center, and then don't dump it all out. That egg white will come out on its own. And what you want to do is transfer the yolk from one shell half to the other. And you'll see that eventually that white will fall out on its own. Okay? Once you're done with that, you can either keep that or toss it. I'm tossing it in this case because we don't need it anymore on this recipe. So again, crack the egg in half, break it in half. You have 2 shell halves. You're going to pour the yolk into each other's half until that egg white is in there completely. All right? All right, so once you've transferred the egg whites into the bowl, we're going to whisk this until it becomes frothy and creamy. As soon as it gets frothy and creamy, that's when we're going to not stop whisking it. It's going to continue to whisk, but we're going to add the sugar immediately afterwards. You want to beat this on a high setting, 6 to 8. And it's going to take a while for it to get frothy. As this is going on, I'm going to cut up my bananas. You'll notice that it's starting to foam a little bit more and become a lot more frothier and airy. At this point, I'm going to turn up the setting just a little bit more. It's going to be the consistency of whipped cream. So at this stage of the meringue, what you want to do is you want to start adding a little bit of sugar at a time. So the total of 2 cups, but again, we're going to do this small amounts at a time. And you can add or decrease the amount of sugar based on your liking. Alright, we'll add the rest of the second cup here. And we'll let that stir for about another 2 minutes. Alright, now that that's done, we'll let it set here for a little bit and lift this up so it drips off a hair. But I think it's now time for our mail call. Oh. This one's from Jason A. Thanks for writing us, Jason A. I'm your #1 fan. Thanks a lot. P.S. You smell different when you're sleeping. That's a bit creepy, Jason. But thank you. Oh, we have another card. From Jason A. again. You're welcome. It's not all that creepy. And P.S. See you tonight. I really hope not. But thank you for writing us. Let's hear from our last sponsor today, Charmin Toilet Paper. Because mommy taught you to wipe your own ass. Alright, so we're going to take our rompope or meringue that we handmade, our cut up bananas, our Nilla wafers, and our banana cream pudding, and we'll just start layering our pan. Alright, the first step you want to do is place a few cookies on the bottom. Some of them are broken up, those are great to eat. Feel free to eat maybe 300 or 400 of them at a time. And then with the bananas, what you want to do is just take a few and just start making a design with it. Any design that you want to, all the way around. And when you're done, you can either just place it in the refrigerator or you can freeze it. I like to freeze it just because it's a little bit easier to cut up and serve as a frozen dessert, but it's completely up to you. And there you have it.